The amnesiac woman had just accepted her husband, but she unexpectedly discovered he had been deceiving her all along. She questioned Ozan about their divorce. Ozan calmly admitted it, and said they had never really split up. Before Aisha's accident, they had already made peace, and were preparing to reconcile. Aisha asked if he was hiding anything else. Seeing Ozan's evasive eyes, Aisha finally exploded. She could no longer trust him, and kicked him out of the house. Yet through all of this, everyone had been keeping the truth from her. Even her mother deceived her. Only her best friend finally revealed all the details, leaving Aisha trapped in self-doubt. She and Ozan kept pulling each other apart, making the same mistakes again and again. After losing her memory, she began to fall for Ozan once more, only to realize everything was built on his lies. She no longer knew if she could trust him again. Her best friend comforted her, telling her to just follow her heart. Early the next morning at the office, she saw the surprise Ozan had prepared, the whole room filled with her favorite flowers. Ozan sincerely begged for her forgiveness, but she did not even give him a glance. When he noticed she had strained her back, he immediately showed concern, and then played the victim, hoping to move back in. But Aisha still drove him out of the office, turned away once again. He used the excuse of taking their son home, to linger in Aisha's life, yet his wish to return home failed again. Later, with the excuse of picking up a shirt, he let Aisha notice he was sick, so she let him stay. Just when he thought he had succeeded, she sent him out again once he recovered. One day she received a call from her mom. Ozan's younger sister had left home without a word, telling no one. But from her son's lips, she learned the truth behind her leaving. So she went with her brother and Ozan to find her. They searched at school, but she wasn't there. Ozan saw the stage and the sound system, and suddenly came up with a plan. Her brother's heartfelt confession on stage finally brought his sister out. All truths were revealed. The siblings embraced in tears, watching their reunion. Aisha happily hugged Ozan. Ozan was overwhelmed, and held her tightly, but Aisha quickly pushed him away. Ozan then rushed onto the stage, pouring out his love, asking for forgiveness. Aisha dismissed it as shallow imitation, and was unimpressed. She told her mom the sister had been found. After her mother sighed with relief, she then asked about her and Ozan. Aisha admitted that she still had feelings for Ozan, and that he was trying hard to win her back. But with her memory gone, she feared making the wrong choice, falling back into a cycle of hurt. Ozan happened to overhear her words, and promised he would never pressure her again, only show up when she needed him. In the days that followed, the two of them silently lived in their own worlds, without disturbing each other. Ozan still picked up their son, but no longer tried to approach her. They exchanged no words when they met. He only dared to look at her when her back was turned. One day his sister was visiting the house and chatting with her, when she noticed a missing button on her shirt. Looking for a sewing kit, she accidentally found a crystal ball in the cabinet, and flashes of old memories filled her mind. She recalled what the crystal ball meant to them, and all the love and pain through the years. After everything, it was still him. Overwhelmed with joy, Aisha could not wait another moment. She had to see him right away. As Ozan walked out of the company, he saw Aisha. He looked at her with confusion, but she happily ran toward him. Without saying a word, she threw her arms around him and kissed him. Aisha regained her memories. She remembered everything she had shared with Ozan. The two of them went through so many challenges. At last they finally enjoyed a rare moment of sweetness. When morning came, Ozan could hardly believe it was real. He was afraid it was just a dream. He held Aisha tightly, not wanting to let go. Even making breakfast together felt warm and romantic. Both of them were filled with tender feelings. Aisha suggested that from now on they should live peacefully. No more arguments, no more doubts between them. Ozan agreed wholeheartedly. They were both full of confidence in each other. She quickly shared this decision with her best friend, but her friend did not believe at all that they could really stop arguing. Aisha sighed that the mood now was so wonderful. She would never want to break this happiness. Ozan also told his assistant he would change his bad temper. He promised he would no longer clash with Aisha. The assistant was glad for him, but just as he passed the meeting room, he saw Aisha helping a male model pick outfits. The model, even in front of her, showed off his toned abs. The assistant immediately felt the tension in the air. He reminded Ozan of what he had just said, that he must stay calm. Ozan walked straight into the office, hoping Aisha would leave with him. But then the model started flattering Aisha. Jealousy rushed over him. His face instantly darkened. When Aisha went to grab clothes, he imagined himself angrily driving the models away. Aisha angrily asked why he would act like that. Then he realized it had only been in his imagination. He smiled and praised Aisha for her skills at work. He calmly greeted the models before leaving. The assistant admired his composure. He felt secretly proud, and looked forward to Aisha's next steps.